right. Yep. My name is John Lilic. I guess some of you probably might remember me from Twitter or just kind of being around the crypto ecosystem. And so in my case, I kind of got lucky to stumble into Bitcoin probably sometime in 2012. I ended up joining Consensys, spent almost 6 years intensely working on helping build Ethereum, and along the way learned lots of ways that Ethereum works well and ways that it doesn't work well and some of the challenges it faces. After that, I guess at the end of 2020, I left Consensys and I joined Polygon. I think I was one of their first sort of investors and advisors. We rebranded from Matic to Polygon and had a crazy run for a couple of years. I continued doing tons of research, came across Telos, and realized that actually the architecture of Telos is compelling for a number of reasons. I guess statistically speaking, it's really the most performant EVM on the market right now. It's kind of amazing to me how little people know about Telos, or how few people know about Telos. I think part of it is just because, and this isn't like a detriment, it's not a knock on Telos, it's just, I think, the truth, which is to say that it's been very boring. The thing has been running for 300 plus million blocks. There hasn't been any big scandals, there hasn't been any big hacks, there hasn't been any rug pulls. The technical documentation is straightforward, it's easy to understand. The team and the community is very straight, very honest. I mean, there isn't like a lot of bombastic, flashy, sort of like attention-seeking behavior in this community. And maybe that's one of the reasons why it hasn't gotten noticed. I don't know. But the more I looked into it, the more I realized the technical specifications of this community, this project, this network are very solid. Performance characteristics are kind of mind-blowing. I've been using it for some time now. Very cheap, very fast. And the community members are really straightforward, honest people that are trying to do a good job. And so I think the infrastructure is there really across the board for Telos to perhaps take some steps in terms of expanding its reach, expanding awareness. Frankly, a lot of the other Ethereum abstraction layers are quite expensive these days. Demand for block space is really at an all-time high right now. Lots of innovation, many different approaches. I respect all that. I think the innovation is fantastic. The demand is very high for the EVM, and consequently costs have gone up. That's just the reality of the matter. And so if you are looking to perform lots and lots of EVM transactions at a very reasonable, very low cost, basically the lowest cost that you can find anywhere, I can't find anything else that does the job like Telos does. I invested. You guys can Google my name and Telos and you'll see lots of stories about that. I bought the top and I've been buying the whole way down. That's just a personal statement. There'll be disclosures as well as more announcements are made, but I've certainly made significant investments. I do that when I believe in something. I put my money where my mouth is. I take the risk. I thought Telos was an incredible opportunity. That doesn't mean that anything's guaranteed. There's lots of things that can go wrong. There's a mountain of hard work ahead of us, enormous amount of competition, lots of tremendous opportunities, whether it was at the Bitcoin Center or at Consensys or Polygon, or even working for myself. And I consider it a tremendous privilege and a great opportunity to join the Telos team. My role will be as the executive director of the Telos Foundation. The foundation, very similar to other foundations that govern blockchains around the world, nonprofit entity, has a mandate to develop the technology, facilitate developer growth, do all those sorts of things that really push Telos forward in a meaningful and positive way. And so my plans as the new executive director are, I think there's some strategic change we can implement right away. I think there's a tremendous opportunity there to spread the word. Generally speaking, I think we're going to be doing lots more events, particularly in the Asia Pacific region, especially hackathons, perhaps meetups, just kind of the grind that you need to engage in when you're trying to build an ecosystem, trying to spread awareness. It's kind of like campaigning. You have to be there, meet with people, talk to people, host local events. Doesn't matter, even if it's just like a small meetup, be there. And then, over time, not only do you have a presence in various localities and regions and economies, but you also have tremendous feedback from users. And so I think Telos should be doing lots more of that, going forward into 2024.